Hi and welcome back to another YouTube video. So today I'm taking you with me for a round of stretching at the gym, but then I forgot to record the intro before I left to the gym, so I have to do that now. And while I was doing my stretching, I got a text from my coach that my meal plan has been updated. So I was thinking, like, you could get a real deal update with me and see my honest reactions to my newest meal plan. So just give me a sec here and I'll find it, because I have not been peeking and I have no idea what she has figured out that I should eat from tomorrow and ahead. Oh, your girl is going to get hungry this week, that's for sure. Okay, so I've been cut in, it's like a little bit under 200 calories. This is the biggest cut we've had since I started prep. Like with my off-season plan to my diet plan, we cut first like 300 calories, and then we have just been cutting like 100 calories each week, and it's been a piece of cake. Like in a dieting scenery, it's a piece of cake cutting 100 calories from like 1 month to the next. So I have nothing to complain about, and these almost 200 calories is nothing to complain about either. It's just that I know that I will feel hungry, really hungry, for the upcoming week. So with that said, my breakfast is the same as it was. I'm just cut like 5 grams of oats, and that's nothing. I'm not even allowed to complain about that. And then I still have my chicken for meal number 2 and meal number 3, and it's almost the same amount. Like it's just been cut like 10 grams of chicken from each meal, so that's nothing. 10 grams is nothing, okay? Remember that. You're not supposed to like do your cuts like a whole meal or like a big chunk of every meal. You just do like small cuts and then make your body react and get time to, what's the word for it? My English is not working today because my diet brain is striking. Adapt. You give your body time to adapt to the new calories, and like 10 grams of chicken and 5 grams of oats, it's nothing. And then it's cut like a little bit more of the minced meat. It's cut 30 grams, but then it's increased with the sweet potato by 10 grams, so that's okay. And the salmon is cut with 15 grams. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm cut 5 grams in the oats, total 20 grams of chicken, 30 grams of minced meat, and then added 10 grams of sweet potato, and then I'm cut 15 grams of salmon. So that's nothing. Hopefully it will feel better once this week, the upcoming week, is over. But the upcoming week is going to be a pain in the ass. but that's okay. I can live with that. So before we go ahead and prep our meals, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a lovely day outside, and I've been already at the gym because I had an appointment I had to go to. So now I'm just going to go out and get some fresh air and daylight, and then I will take you with me to do my meal prep for the upcoming week. So I will show you what it looks like when I do it and when it's done. So stay tuned for a stretching session at the gym, and then I'll see you guys for meal prep. Every time I have a stretching session, I always start the session with walking for 5 to 10 minutes just to get the blood flowing. On this exercise, I always place the foot as high as I can. I bend the knee a little bit and I try to get the stretch on the back of my thigh. Moving on to this exercise, I try to get the stretch on the front of my thigh, and I try to keep the knees as close as possible, and then I push my hip forward to get more stretch on my quads. I really love this exercise. The main focus on this exercise is getting the stretch in my lower back and on my spine, and this is like one of the most relaxing stretching movements that I do in my stretching sessions. On this exercise, I'm trying to keep my upper body and hands close to the floor at all times, and when I tilt my legs from the left to the right, I'm trying to get the stretch on my lower back. And here I just have to breathe and really relax to get the stretch the best way as possible. Here I'm using the foam roller to get the better range of motion on my upper body, and I'm trying here to stretch the front of my shoulders and my chest and my spine. Here I'm placing one foot underneath me, and I'm trying to move as far back as I possibly can to get the stretch on my glutes. That's the main focus here. And moving on to the last exercise, here I'm trying to get the stretch on my upper glutes and my lower back and my spine, and a little bit on my chest and shoulders. So here you work on the rotation and try to keep the knee on the upper foot on the floor at all times, and then move your body in the opposite direction. Hi guys, we're back in the kitchen again, and I've just lined up these to prep some chicken and salmon, and instead I will show you, instead of minced meat, we're doing this. It's like deer. I think that's the right word. Yeah, deer. We're doing deer instead of minced meat because it's the same fat and high proteins instead of just doing the minced meat. So now I'm just going to measure up these two. I have my scale right here. And then I will place salmon and sweet potatoes, and taking those out in a second, and then chicken on that one, and I will show you the rest when we get there. So while I'm prepping the chicken and everything, oops, spilled a little, I'm cooking the rice. So if you just take a certain amount of rice and then double the amount of water, you get perfect cooked rice every time. So this is just going to stand there while I prepare the salmon and chicken, and the oven is preheating over under heat. I don't know if you can see this, I'm sorry. And 200. Chicken done with seasoning, so is the salmon, and the rice I just gave it a quick boil, and then I'm leaving it here to just soak the water in for about 20 minutes, and then the rice is perfect. You just cook it for like a few minutes, and then you could just leave it like it's still wet, and then keep the lid on, and then when these ones are done in the oven, the rice is done as well. So that's my life hack for a quick rice. And this little girlie loves the meal prep days because I raw feed her, so she's used to this. Alba, vill du ha kylling? So now she's getting the rest of the chicken. Varsågod. She loves my prep days, and I get why. So now I'm just peeling the sweet potato to get it ready for the oven. And then I have my bowl right here, so I can measure everything to get the right amount. And then I have my tray, which I'm placing it on afterwards, so I can put it in the oven. I always measure everything before I cook it to get the right amount. You can do it afterwards as well. Some coaches do that, I know, but I've always done it like this, and there's a difference in calories before you cook it and after you cook it. So the rice is the only thing I measure after I've cooked it. That's also because when I cook it the way I do, I always get the same. I always cook it the same, so the measurement will also always be the same, even when it's done, like cooked, when I measure it. So, I'm going to lose a finger if I'm continuing like this. But then I just chop the sweet potato to make it get done faster, because I don't like to wait. I like my food to be real fast. So to get it done as soon as possible is the best thing, and we know that food cooks easier when it's chopped up. Perfect amount. So I know I don't have like the most YouTube or Instagram friendly kitchen because I live in a very old house, but it does the job, and I'm pretty happy with what I can do from here anyway. Just going to chop up a bit more of the sweet potato, and then I'm going to show you, because then the salmon and the chicken is almost done. And just before you start to ask, this cozy set is from Gymshark, but it's from, I think, 2012, 13 or something like that, so it's not for sale anymore, but I love this one. And Gymshark, if you ever see this video, please make another one. This is the best set I've ever had. And then we pour a little salt over every little, I don't know what you call it, like every one of these. And then I got a new, this is Norwegian actually, but I got a new seasoning. Oh, the head is not heading today, for potatoes. So I'm going to try this one on the potatoes as well. Hopefully it will be good. It smells delicious, so love seasoning. The funny thing when you're dieting is that since you don't have so much sauces and fats in your food, the food tastes very little. So like the longer you get into the diet, the more you kill your food with seasoning. Just watch my YouTube, people. When it's like March, it will be like a little pile, I think that's the word, pile of seasoning, and just like 2 potato bites. No, I'm just kidding, not 2, maybe 4. The sweet potato is in the oven. And now I'm just taking some baby carrots and broccoli and just boil it for a few minutes. Not boiling, but heating. I like my vegetables like they're still chewy, if you know what I mean. So I'm just doing that, and then I have a big bowl of salads already done that's in my fridge. So I'm not filling every container with vegetables. That's why I'm doing the small amounts, because I have like salads that I want to eat besides some of my meals. So now we're with the good part. Now we're going to fill the whole bunch with containers, because we need something to have our food in. So this is some of my containers, and I already got a few containers in the fridge that has rice in them from like a few days ago when I cooked rice and got too much. So I'm just going to take them out as well. So I think it's easier when you can just put them out and then just stack the food while you take it out from the oven. It takes a while to do this, like when you're cooking so much food, but it's definitely worth every second of it, because it's so much harder to cook every meal every day. So I would rather do it like this and then just know that I got everything when I need it. Okay, the salmon and the chicken is out of the oven, and now we're going to fill them in these containers. And these containers are the ones that I meal prepped a little bit previously. So now it's just ready to put the salmon in. Hopefully you'll see everything I do from here. And the reason I can just put it in the containers like this is because I already measured the chicken, so I know that each one of these piles of chicken is the correct amount, which makes it very easy to just put everything in the containers. And hopefully I will have enough containers for all the meals. Usually I get like 1 or 2 short, so then I have to place it on the plate instead. That's what's going to happen today, I see already, but that's okay. So the chicken is in, and then we just do it like this with the salmon. Straight in the box. I've done this this is my 3rd competition season. My 3rd competition season. So I've been doing this for like 4 years now. Yeah, going on the 4th year now. So for me, this is like a weekly thing now. I do meal prep like once or twice a week, depending on which day the fridge is empty. But for me, it's pretty easy to just do it like that. So now to the part that takes the longest time, for sure. It's measuring the rice. So I put my food container on the scale, and then I just pour a certain amount of rice Oops, that's too much. In every container. This is also the most messy part. And then, when it's done, I switch the container and then reset the scale, and then I do it again. Usually for like 11 times, because I usually get 11 meals of chicken from this prep. So then we have the deer. I just flip it in the pan real quick. It takes like a minute when the pan is warm to just fry it on each side. I measured everything before I put it in the pan. So this is 4 meals, and I then just divide this amount in 4 containers afterwards. So guys, here is the final result with the food prep. The containers that just contains rice and chicken. I have a box of salad, as I said, for these, so it's not that I'm not eating vegetables. I just don't like to heat my salad. So if I'm able to heat the rice and chicken, I always take the salad afterwards. But if not, I just put it in, because a lot of times you actually eat your food on prep cold, like salmon, beef, chicken, whatever, often. But here's the deer, the sweet potato and the vegetables, the salmon, the rice and the vegetables, and here's also minced meat. I had 2 containers of that, so these are going to be so full, but I'm going to have salad with those as well. So that's what it looks like. And for the people who wants to know, this is what my fridge looks like in this period. It's vegetables and potatoes in the drawer, and then there's more vegetables and some berries, eggs, a cheat meal that I'm having tonight, sodas, salads, my 2 containers with minced meat and sweet potato, I'm sorry, strawberries, chicken and rice in 12 containers, 4 with deer and 4 with salmon. And this is when my family visits, like jam and everything, butter and all of that. And then I have more eggs here. So that's about it. So that was it for today, guys. I'm just going to enjoy my carb up meal that I suddenly got from my coach. Didn't know I was going to have that today. And just relax with the doggy and some YouTube. And I see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.